Hi there, I wanted to share a video with you because with this new situation, I wanted to give some parents tools that they can use at home that's easy, that doesn't require a lot of materials, and it's something that you can quickly do each day. And it's going to build on the phonemic awareness of the children that they've started here in school. Just a little background, I did a training called Orton Gillingham, so if you want to look up more information or look for some additional videos, this is a Orton Gillingham multisensory approach to learning. It's widely used, it's got great materials and research behind it, and it also is very friendly with the Montessori philosophy. So what I'm going to show you is there's three different parts. The materials that you're going to need are, I use cards like this with a letter on them, but obviously when you're home, index cards, something simple, you can make your own. Another easy, quick thing to do is if you had some kind of a tray with some kind of a textured material, this is a great way. Your fingertips have a lot of nerve endings in them, and it's a great way to have children practice tracing and forming their letters. Pencil paper is great too, but especially with our very new writers, sand trays, you could use shaving cream, you could use salt, whatever you have at home, something on a baking sheet to trace in. This one is nice because it's got two different colors and two different sizes, so when you do the letter, it kind of really shows up. But again, we're working with what we have at home, and that's why I wanted to make this. The first part of this little mini lessons that you could do at home, it should take about 15 minutes, and you'll be able to go through the sounds, blending and building three-letter words. So what you're going to want to do is make your letter cards. These are nice because they're just, really simple letter cards. The one thing you will notice is vowels are a different color. If you don't have a different color, you could always use a different color ink for your vowels. So you're going to build the letter cards. I also sent an attachment with, on the back of each letter card, you're going to do a little number. This is going to help you with something else we're going to do later, which is blending words together. So take a look at that. So you're going to want to make your letter cards with your number on the back. You're going to want to have sand trays, and I have a couple other things in our document. The first part is a visual part. They're going to say the sounds. And so as you have your letter cards, you hold them up and you're just going to go through them. Obviously, we don't always want to do flashcards, but this is a nice quick, we call it a 3-part drill. So as you go through, there's a glare, the children would say s, z, n, ah. I'll give you a little more information on that. So you go through the entire alphabet and you want them to say eh. This is that. There's some visual cues as well, especially for the vowels. As you're going through, on the back of your card, you're going to have the number. What you want to do is put those in piles. So all the ones go in one spot, your vowels are going to go in the middle, and the threes are going to go on the side. If your child has a miscue, if they say a different sound, just give them, if they say this is a t, say f. You want to give them a real clear sound for each letter. If it's one that they're working on a lot, sometimes what I'll do is they say t, and I'll correct them, and I'll say this is a f, that's it. I might put it back in the pile instead of putting it down so that the child has another chance to say that sound. After we go through that, then what we would like to do is take those same cards. Now this time I don't want the children to see the letter, but they're going to hear the sound. So this is the auditory part. This is when you're going to get a tray. So you may not want to go through the entire deck every time, but you will then give the child the sound and say, okay, you're going to write the sound S, and they're going to write S. I encourage the children to say the words. S says S, and you underline it. You give it a little shake, and you do the next sound. The next sound is N. N says N. You draw the shape of the letter, you underline it for the sound. They're going to hear the name of the letter, they're going to hear the sound of the letter, they're going to see it formed. If they are having difficulty with a letter, you can have them do it again. You can trace it and let them trace over your letters. You just want them to have practice. It's not anything that, it's a quick little way for them to form their letters. It's fun. They're going to hear the sound, they're going to see the sound, they're going to feel the sound. Like, again, it's a multisensory approach. The next part in the 3-part drill, so now you have your letters in 3 different piles. What you're going to do is do a blending board, what we call a blending board. So, for example, I don't have my board with me right now, but let me move my thing here. So, for example, you would have, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to change this. You would go v, ox, vox. After they say the sounds, they blend. You move one card. Now it's a new word. V, vam. You're going to keep doing this. It kind of is fun because a lot of the words are nonsense words. That's great. We're teaching them how to put the sounds together, where eventually when they have multisyllabic words, it does make sense. So when we do get a real word, we give a thumbs up. And if it's not a real word, you can kind of have fun with it. This is it's just a great tool to help your children build. They may have to hear you blend with them, or they may be able to do it on their own. It's just kind of gauge where they're at. So that's a really quick, it's called a 3-part drill. You're going to go through the letter sounds. They're going to use their sand tray, and then they're going to blend. I'm happy to do some more videos, or if you want to email me with questions. I think this is a quick, easy tool that you could do with your kids at home, and it'll keep us all on track. So again, email me, shoot me a message, and if you want to see something a little bit more in depth, I'm happy to make more videos. Thanks. Take care. Have a good day.